I'm going to show you something that every archer hates. Are you ready? Here. This is probably the biggest running joke in archery, and if you haven't figured out by now, the bow is strung backwards. This may seem like something that's really obvious, but bows do in fact have a front and a back. This mistake has been made historically, but in terms of modern day, many people who aren't familiar with bows will assume that this shape is the correct shape because that's what a bow looks like when you draw it on paper. In actual fact, these bows are mostly recurve bows, which means the tip curls away from the archer. So when it's unstrung, it may look like a large, long stick. Now, if you flex it this way, with the tip facing towards you, it's incorrect. If you string the bow, it will assume its natural shape. And when you see that, you go, oh, well, duh, that's pretty obvious. But if you do it the other way, it's going to cause potential damage. So keep that in mind. A lot of people make the mistake, and it's actually frighteningly common. Do a Google search for backward bows, and you'll come across some great gems. They pop up every now and then on Reddit, and every time it's facepalm inducing. This one's my favorite. I'm not sure if he's meant to be an archery instructor, but everything in this picture is wrong. From the way he holds the string, the way his elbows align, to the fact that the arrow rest is on the other side of the bow. It's on backwards. Now, this bow was found at the bottom of the pile of school archery supplies, and whoever strung it obviously had no idea about what the bow should look like, and it's been like this for possibly years. One of the indicators for reference is that the bow grip is usually molded so it's only meant to be held a certain way. So if it's held the way this bow is strung, which is incorrect, you actually will find that the grip is facing the wrong way. If you hold it, it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. You flip it around to the correct way, and you'll see that the grip is angled and molded correctly to fit the hand. It's a lot more obvious when you have the Olympic style recurves. If you shoot backwards, you actually can't really hold it because the grip is facing the complete wrong way. Now, this mistake tends to be common with cosplayers who want to look cool holding a bow, but they haven't handled one before. As a comparison as to how silly it looks, imagine holding a gun backwards, or pointing your hidden blade backwards. It's also very common to see bows strung backwards on auction sites like eBay or Gumtree. This is because people often come across bows or have them handed down to them and they want to get rid of them, so they take photos of the bow and they actually don't know how to assemble it correctly. In fact, this mistake is so common that when someone describes a problem verbally, most of us can recognize exactly what's going on. The giveaway line is, every time I pull the string, it comes off. Strings don't come off bows, unless they're on backwards. And if your string came off, consider yourself fortunate. Despite the comedy in seeing people shoot backwards, there is a danger involved. Structurally, the bow isn't designed to take that kind of load in that direction. It's only meant to bend in one way. Now, fortunately, most people who shoot the bow backwards don't draw all the way. It's a very short draw, so there's not enough pressure on the limbs to cause significant damage. However, if it is done to a full draw, then what can happen is the limbs may become delaminated, you may crack the limbs. So in other words, you will destroy your bow. Otherwise, the string will come off, and that's, again, undesirable, but more fortunate than having the bow breaking your hands. It's one thing to see this happen in a photo, but if I saw this happen at my range, it's an immediate ceasefire, get off the line. And that leads on to this episode's question. Have you seen someone in real life string or shoot a bow backwards? Share below. This is New Sensei bringing you another archery annoyance.